Stocks getting slammed across the board today. The S&P 500 falling nearly 6% for its worst day in 3 months. Today's sell-off sending investors into gold. The yellow metal finishing in the green today. Tim, I mentioned Jim Grant earlier. I know you made comments on gold as well. When I asked him the harbinger, the canary in the coal mine for when the Fed has overdone it, he said, you'll see two things, gold and silver. That was his answer, two things, gold and silver. You think it's a time to be buying gold too?
I do. I think precious metals as an asset class are going to continue to run. But I think, they had taken a breath, and it's actually very good for investors here because obviously gold has been a very hot trade really since the Fed came into play. Gold's been a very hot trade for now, a good year. I do think the dynamics of the Fed pretty much admitting yesterday that they are nowhere near their inflation target and they can't get to it. So if anything, people talk about all these scenarios where you can buy gold and why gold would be a good hedge and this and that. Karen talks about this. You could flip a coin. But deflation, to me, is more important than inflation. And in fact, I think that's where we're going to see issues, or at least what we have right now. I will say about gold, when we've seen massive liquidation in markets, in other words, days like today, maybe a couple of them strung together, not suggesting we're going to necessarily get that. But we have seen gold be a place where margin calls and profit taking have stalled the gold rally in the first couple days of this volatility. But then you really want to grab it, and I think you want to move higher. So again, I expect gold to get to all-time highs on the back of what the Fed told you for the next 2 years. They're going to be effectively at zero.
Wow. So through 2000. Yeah.
2022.
No, the precious metal itself will finally eclipse those levels.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's not going to happen tomorrow, and I think that's major resistance. But I do think you've got a case here where we've set the stage for gold to make the next move in its rally.